Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realnesss with three S's. I'm your host, Francis, here with my favorite duo, Miss TJoy and Mika, here to talk about Bachelor in Paradise Season 9, Episode
Yeah,
4.
maybe.
Holy cow, we're in it. And Miss TJoy, how are you doing this Sunday afternoon?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Ready to get this on the road and talk about the drama.
Yeah, you're birth this poo baby.
We don't have one yet. My goodness.
I'm ready to birth it.
To talk about
How are
carrying,
you doing,
late.
Mika?
Good. This Thursday was hard because the president interrupted an entire lineup because they all decided they want to do their shows on Thursday. So me trying to catch up on these episodes was fun.
I hear you. And I also did like the recap on that Thursday, and I was just like, oh my God, there's so many shows to
Yeah.
watch and recap and all that jazz. I agree. I'm not even in America, and my TV programming was interrupted. So I hear you. I feel it.
Yep.
So what are we? How are we feeling? What are we thinking about this season so far, and the storylines that are developing?
I give it a 7.
Okay, that's okay. Sounds all right.
Yeah.
It's like a B plus.
Yeah.
I am tired of them bringing in 40 people and send 30 home. Like, I need you.
Yes, only 10 can be left.
Right. Like, I need you. And they're sending home quality people here.
I know.
And there's
Like,
quality
John
people
might
sitting in
go
a hotel
home.
room.
Yeah.
It's annoying because where we ended up this episode, I was like, this is unnecessary. 4 people left the night before that could have matched up with some of these men.
Exactly.
I agree, V. This season is better than last year. Last year was a
This is
snooze.
true.
Well, speaking of last year, let's just talk a little bit about it. About
Okay.
Mr. Brandon deciding that he needs to say something. Now, I hadn't watched it in its entirety, Serene on Kristen Bristow's podcast, Off the Vine. So can either of you ladies maybe give a brief synopsis as to what she had said about the relationship?
Oh, I was going to say what she said. She said she actually really didn't talk about the relationship that much. That's the funny part. She mostly was talking about her journey through the entire, since we've known her as a public person on a reality show, she had experienced a lot of death, which actually makes things make sense, and that how that led to her experience on the show and going into these relationships that she went into. So she really kind of said there was issues with both of them. She admitted that. She said
She did.
that she's not saying there's a problem with him. She's saying they mutually were like, something is wrong. We went through counseling. She said that they got counseling right off the bat from the show, which good to know. I wonder if that's new, because I don't think that's what they were doing.
In general, yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, which was great, but they were just finding it was very difficult for them to get past certain things. So she said they had mutually agreed to kind of just take some time apart, but not break up.
Right.
In her head, it wasn't a breakup yet. It was time apart to figure out if this would work.
And get stuff together.
Because again, I said this we just said this on the Golden Bachelor recap. She was one of those people who felt like, I'm getting engaged. I'm only getting engaged once, right? So she said, when I am in something, when I commit to something, I am committed. So she was like, this was it for her. But the next thing she knows, she said she gets a DM, and she missed this DM from somebody who apparently saw him out with whoever he was out with that broke on Reality Steve, and they were trying to give her the heads up, and that they couldn't get her on social media, so they sent it to one of her other castmates, and that person reached out to her and told her. So she did not find out technically from Reality Steve, but she did not find out in a nice way.
Right.
And she said she felt like it was dishonest and cheating because they
Mhm.
weren't technically fully broken up. They were just taking time apart. She said she then had to move all her stuff out of their apartment, move back home, and she hid out for a month. And so I feel bad for her because I feel like I believe her that that is how things seem to have gone, because even the way that she handled everything afterwards, it seemed like she was still trying to process things rather than, oh, we've been broken up and it's all okay. It was like it really kind of felt like she was not fully processed everything that was happening so quickly, and she hid out for an entire month. So that should tell you.
So then we get a response from Mr. Brandon saying, unfortunately, during this time of private separation, coming back from Austin video came to light that while harmless, made my ex-partner upset. After speaking with her one-on-one and navigating our new normal, she felt that I had cheated and wanted to make this news known. For the record, in the early days of our official breakup, I shared one dance with a woman, nothing else, just a single dance before leaving with my friends. Completely understanding where her valid feelings were coming from, I took ownership regarding her feelings and my actions, as we had made amends and agreed to put this behind us. I was surprised to learn, very publicly, that there are still lingering issues between us that need to be resolved. Out of profound respect and love for the time we shared together, I want to move forward peacefully, ultimately hoping to preserve our memories and former relationship. Thank you all for taking the time to read this. I appreciate you, and I'm hopeful for a fresh start now that I've shared this story through my lens. Love, Brandon. Wait, that might have been part 2, but anyways, still
Lies.
flowery garbage.
Lies. He
What's
says,
part 2? Oh my god, let me read the beginning. Let me read the beginning.
okay.
In the recent events that have transpired over the last few days, I needed to take a beat to reflect and process my emotions surrounding this delicate matter that is intimate and personal to me. Now that I have had had a moment to digest, I want to clear the air and respond with my truth. That's my truth. Interesting. I understand there is a narrative circulating that falsely paints my character. So I wanted to provide some light to the situation, to be transparent. Before leaving to Texas, my partner and I made the difficult choice to end our relationship and go our separate ways. As this was a public relationship, we both decided to hold off on sharing the news until we mutually felt it was time. So we shared the news with family and friends. Where I've taken fault and responsibility, it is a conversation we shared this day before I left, speaking on doing long distance. Okay. And then the other part that I read. So are we going to say, Miss TJoy?
I was going to say, so he's saying that they had officially broken up, but on the second part, he says just separated. But now he's saying they had already officially broken up before he was going back to Texas, and that they had only told family and close friends, no one else. They had not made it public. So if you know that you haven't, let's just take what he's saying into account as the truth, as law.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that you haven't made it public, why would you then publicly be dancing, be out, and be, seen in a
Because
compromising position with another
people
woman?
will assume that you're cheating on your girlfriend
Thank you.
or
Thank you.
fiance.
Thank you. So
One dance, just one single dance. Like, shut up.
And it
It's
did.
just a funny poet.
From the pictures in the video that I saw, it didn't look like a dance.
What was it, like a grinding
it
type
looked
vibe?
like she was sitting on his lap, didn't it?
Yeah, like they were hugged up. Like what?
I know now I need to find the video if I can. Do you have it, Tamika, somewhere?
No, I don't. I was just like, oop, and shut it off. I didn't even save it. I'm sure Reality Steve, I think, had shared it. I just don't remember how long ago it was.
Wait, we'll see if throughout all this I can find it. I don't want to have to go to Dave Neal. Well, anyways, it's just very annoying because sorry, V's like Brandon sound like he's singing One Dance by Drake.
Yes, V. Yes. Perfect.
I go. Dabu says that Caitlyn was more angry than Serene, which is annoying. Mind your business. Well, she is on her show, and they're talking about something that, and I think that Caitlyn is allowed to be supportive in however she wants. No, or do
Yeah.
you think she should
Well,
mind her business?
well, she just the entire episode, she was kind of very much like living through what Serene went through a bit, like, and she had to apologize because I'm sorry, they're both Geminis, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So V, they're one of you, both of you. Uh, and so they were like, she was like, like, oh, I understand how you. Everything was kind of like she
I've
was.
been there.
I've
I've
been
been
there.
there.
And she did apologize. Like, I feel like I'm taking over and I understand Caitlyn is going through a recent breakup, so fully get it. I do think she has the ability to do that. I don't know if this comes with being a girl's girl, but I feel like even when Michelle hadn't really discussed her own breakup, Caitlyn took it into her matter of her own hands to make public statements that I felt was inappropriate coming from her, considering Michelle hadn't really even said anything because again, she was processing. So I feel like Caitlyn does it a lot. Whereas sometimes we don't need you to talk for people. Let people speak for themselves, especially
Mhm.
if they come on your show. Let them just have that ability to speak and have their own feelings and not you channeling your own
Well,
feelings
I
through
mean,
them.
yeah, she was also going through her own stuff, so she could
Yeah.
have
Right.
been
Yeah.
definitely projecting like
Yeah.
her anger, yeah, through. So yeah, I didn't watch it, so I guess I also shouldn't really give that much of a commentary. But yeah, I can understand if Caitlyn was projecting her issues that she had with her guy Jason. Yeah, maybe I can understand that being kind of annoying, where it's like, wait, that's not really what's going on here. You don't need to be that angry. Like, chill. I get that. Um, okay, look at this. Yeah, I agree. Remember when everyone's saying Nate was the bad guy and Brandon is an angel?
Yeah, well, how much times did I tell you guys that Brandon is no angel? I think he's a love bomber. I side-eyed him the entire time. I did feel, and I feel like Serene didn't say anything to move off the boat. I did feel like him and Serene's connection was a little more um cohesive. It was mutual, and I do agree. But even she says like she's been through a lot. She had a lot of death in her family. I just think that sometimes, like, when you're going through those things, you need to take a beat. And she's like, the type of show that you're on, they can't take a beat. So it's like she's like, she probably shouldn't have rushed into it, but she's like, that's the
I mean,
experience
I
that she
don't mind
had.
her rushing into it. I just
Yeah,
like I was definitely like almost anti Brandon Michelle
yeah,
season. Like I
yeah.
was like,
Same.
no, I'm not into it. And even when like it was so quick that they started kissing on Paradise, and I was like, okay, well because Serene was into it. And I was into it for her, you know what I
Right.
mean? But like, I feel like I never was into Brandon. Always thought he was a
No,
phony.
you've
Yeah.
never
And
been into Brandon because I liked him for Michelle. You never, when we were covered, you never liked him for her.
Mm-mm.
yeah, so I always thought he was a phony. I always like I just never was buying
Yeah.
him as being this like romantic lead, like that's ready for marriage and all these
Mhm.
poems and love
Mhm.
notes and like crying and like
Mhm.
not that you can't do those things, but I just thought that they were all performative. And
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm once again I'm exonerated, I'm justified. I can say I was right again
Yeah.
because
Same.
he showed his true colors for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like he came on to again social media to he went on Nick Viall said he wants to start a podcast
Well,
and
get out of
and
here.
again like you could say a lot of things about Nate. I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. I don't feel like he necessarily handled him and Michelle's
No,
breakup
he didn't. No.
correctly, right? And I feel like she does have reason to feel a way about the way that they broke up, but I never felt like Nate was a bad guy. I still don't feel like Nate is a bad guy. I don't have the kind of hatred some people have for Nate. He still seems to be working his regular job, doing his little bit of sponsorship social media things on the side. If he's doing that, I don't even see a lot of ads from him. He does bullshit TikToks on TikTok, which I find funny. Sometimes I'm like, dude, go to therapy. But I mean, I think that's regular for a man his age. I just don't have the kind of built up nastiness people have for Nate, that I'm just like, y'all weren't looking in the right place for the person who was the phony, and the phony was Brandon. And I've been saying that.
I'm
Phony
just
was
disappointed for her
Brandon.
because they both were not who she needed. So I'm disappointed for her in general. Like, I'm just disappointed for her.
I mean, I think, oh, well, I'm not even going to.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I just want to bring that up because it's in like the ethos right now. It just kind of all happened in the last few days. And it just seems like Brandon to me is just trying to save face and save his image because
Yeah.
everyone thinks he's such a great guy. And like, it just doesn't seem like the person that he was presenting is who he truly is. And not to say that he's like a horrible guy, but I just think he's false. Like, I don't think that he's who he
Yeah.
says he is.
And there was a
Um,
lot of women on this beach who were looking for Nate. And I was like, well, for real already? Like, oh, guys, can you give him a beat?
I mean, I wouldn't mind Nate on the beach. It could be like a 6'8" Thomas like vibe. And Thomas found his girl, and like he probably went on too soon, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably about the same amount of time, I think.
I mean, right now it looks like he's third wheeling some of these other people. So
Anyway, so let's get back to this episode. If she has not pooped by sunrise, I can't
the
believe
first
this is a storyline.
15 to 20 minutes of this episode that I basically fast forwarded through, because why?
I don't
We
know.
have to build. We've built. She has build up. We've built it up, and she has build up. So we have to see it through.
So we're like
Even though
literally sitting in her shit right now for the TV
yeah,
show.
They could have
yeah,
kept that. They could have kept that.
There's things that they sometimes just cut out because we don't need to see it, right?
right.
I think this could have been one of the storylines that they could have just cut out. Now, I get it. It's kind of because Realnesss and her had somewhat of a connection. And so the fact that she was going to be leaving due to not being able to keep her digestive tract in flow, we'll say. And so that is a Paradise story. But like, they had the music for when the doctor was arriving. It was so
Yeah.
dramatic, to tell her that she has to leave Paradise, and then she has to go and tell the group that she's going. And like, I don't know, would you, if this was happening to you, would you want it to be handled this way, that you'd have to have all these conversations with all these people about like why you had to leave Paradise?
Not unless the man that I was hanging out with intended on leaving Paradise with me. Otherwise, y'all could have kept this.
Well, I feel like she did say for him to stay because she didn't want to take away from his experience.
Yeah.
He should have left. Realnesss, he should have left.
Well, maybe he also knows that like he'll probably get dumped anyways, so he'll see her at the hotel.
Yeah, true.
And he needs to cause some more drama. He needs to question some people and cause.
I didn't notice this, but TJoy, you might have noticed this. V says Rachel and her fake concern for Sam. Girl, we know you don't care.
Rachel is always so fake.
Does she not like Sam or something? Or?
No, I think she just likes herself.
She just dramatized everything.
Oh.
So it's always like, oh my gosh, Sam. Oh, I heard. Like, are you okay? Like, I can't believe this is happening to you.
Oh, I don't know. I fast forwarded through that entire thing, so I couldn't even tell you.
No, that's pretty much it. That's all we need to put, is that she hadn't had the movement by sunrise. Doctor says she's going to have to go and potentially take more drastic measures or whatnot, because all the laxatives and the this and the that and the coffee and the beans and the movement like wasn't helping in the movement, and so she's got to go. And I have to agree though, she's very tiny. Olivia was like, she's so tiny, where is it all going?
Exactly. For 11 days now, because Jesse has to make an announcement at the
Then usually Mexico, you don't have those issues.
I know.
Hello.
I wonder if it's like the traveling. She just needs to like drink more water, girl. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Poor thing. I mean, that's not great. but this now she has a claim to fame. Like she left night one and she didn't even get to the roast area, but she left episode 1 on her season, and now she has a memorable exit this time, I guess. So we see Olivia and Pete eating and flirting. What do you guys think of Olivia and Pete as a couple? Is there a potential here, or is Pete faking it?
I think Pete is faking it. I think Olivia just likes the vibes.
Yeah. I really love Olivia though. She's
love
Am
her.
I the Bachelorette? Am I the Bachelorette on Paradise?
I've told her 50 million times how much I love her. I told her on IG and I told her on Twitter.
Did she respond or no?
Yeah, she liked my tweet and my comment. So I love her. She's literally made the show for me. I think that's why I'm just sitting here like I'm just watching to watch because personally she's the star of the show for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So Brandon, Realnesss, and Aaron B and Eliza are all chatting about Kat and about how Kat kind of did Brayden. Did I say Brayden or Brandon?
You said Brandon. But it's Brayden.
I meant Brayden. I wrote Brayden. I meant Brayden. Brayden, Aaron S and Aaron B, Eliza are all chatting about Kat and how Kat did Brayden wrong and how, you know, he's kind of feeling a type of way about it. And I know you guys are not for Brayden, but how are you? Are you team Kat or team Brayden here?
I'm team no one.
Right. I mean, I do think that Kat handled it wrong. You know what I mean? And she doesn't want to take accountability. And as soon as somebody calls her out on it, she just becomes more angry. So I don't like, by no means do I like that, but I just am not team Brayden. So she can't have me do this. Like, Kat, why are you trying? I can't say it. So I'm like Tamika, I'm team nobody.
and it's not that I have a problem with Brayden. I guess you know what I noticed through this episode? People kept saying, oh, nothing's gonna break up this couple. They have the best connection, blah blah blah. And I was like, can you stop saying that? Because every time you say that, somebody comes in and breaks up that couple. And so
the trope is why does the show continue to do that? Oh, she's only waiting for Tanner, cue Tanner. Oh, they're only waiting for the cue. I mean, it's like every time, like, oh, nothing can break them up. Cue the person that's gonna break.
Maybe they're doing it so that they hope that person comes down.
Right?
So ridiculous.
And so I feel like with Brayden and Kat, like there was something built up. I just feel like he fell back into Kat. Like I don't think he came there for Kat, and just like that's just who he was hanging out with. And I didn't necessarily see like it could potentially go any like hugely further. So I guess I wasn't invested. Now I understand for some reason the people on the beach were really invested because they've been invested in anything where the guy says, yes, that's who I'm going to sit down with for 24 hours. Now, I just don't feel like that any of them are handling this properly. Personally, attacking Kat is not the way to go. Attacking Brayden is not the way to go. Personally,
I haven't seen any attacking really. Oh well,
Aaron S.
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay. We'll get to that. V says Peter's voting to me. I can't take him seriously after he was breakdancing a few episodes ago. I do not remember breakdancing. Did I block that out?
I don't remember breakdancing.
I must have blocked that out.
Was that after like the credits roll? Because I probably didn't watch that.
I don't remember seeing any breakdancing.
Me neither. I'm trying to think. No, I don't remember.
But it reminds me of, hopefully I can find it for you guys to see. Have I ever sent you like the Christian church like dance and then the guys breakdancing?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find it during this, but like when he says this, when V's saying this about phony breakdancing, it reminds me of this, and so I'm gonna find it for you. It's very funny. I also agree here, Dabu, that Realnesss only stayed for Brayden because they're besties. We did see that
you're talking about when Sam and Aaron were when Sam and Realnesss were talking. Remember when he was dancing to try to distract because he wanted to talk to Sam, and Realnesss was getting irritated because he didn't know that
dancing.
Remember he was doing all that dancing.
Okay, yeah. I do remember now. Yes, dancing behind to try to get Sam's attention. Okay, I got it now. That's very. I didn't. I was thinking it was more of a segment, but like now I remember that, and he was very bad, and almost like this guy that I'm gonna try to find you. Right. Thank you, V. Or everybody that made us figure that out. Okay, so we see John Henry arise, and he's really, really nervous. And one of the people that he wants to see is Kylie. Do you think that John Henry really was coming there looking for Kylie? Just asking.
I just want the producers to understand that stop trying to make fetch happen. Kylie is not a thing. We don't want to see it because, first of all, even if these dudes came in for Kylie, she's only sitting there with Avon having boring conversations. So I stop. Tell them to say another name. Like, say, is there anybody else? Is there someone else? Because to me, it's making them look stupid. We know that Kylie is not going for John Henry.
Exactly.
He came in looking cute though, right?
But that's not my thing. He's cute, but I don't think she's going to dump Avon for a John Henry.
Oh no! But I'm just saying, I didn't remember him being cute, so I was just like, "Oh, he's cute."
No, I thought John Henry was cute, but he also didn't stay that long. I mean, I also didn't think he was Charity's type. So,
he definitely wasn't Charity's type. But I did find what I'm looking for. I hope that it doesn't give me a flag because it's there's a song, but I don't know if it's a real song, so it might be okay. Okay, hold on. So stupid, but when I first saw it, I laughed really, really hard. Okay, it's funny to me. Okay. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Hey, play.
Yeah.
I have seen this.
I remember seeing this.
Now we put that sweet in our hearts and walk with all what's right.
I mean, they swear they're doing
Tamika, you don't find it as funny as we do, or as I do.
Let me tell you something. They swear they're doing it to me.
It's embarrassing. Poor thing.
It's so funny. It's so funny to me. It's just the music too, like dun 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 dun. It's so no swag. It's so funny. Anyways, when I'm picturing Peter like breakdancing, that's what I'm picturing.
He was doing something similar in the background, trying to distract Sam. Right.
Sorry, okay, I needed a good laugh today. Okay. Whew. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, good. Actually, that was on a Sunday. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Kylie definitely wanted that John Henry date. Yes, Kylie wants to be the it girl, but like, she doesn't have the personality, in my opinion, to be the it girl. She's just not that interesting. She's beautiful, absolutely, but she's just not interesting.
You know who's the it girl? Eliza.
Eliza's an it girl. Olivia's more of an it girl, in my opinion.
Olivia's an it girl. Like, these are people that I can see. Yes, men coming down the beach saying they want to date them, and them saying, "You know what? I'm going to try this date." And I'm like last season, I forget who it was, that I totally believed them every time a guy came and said they wanted to date them because it made sense. Kylie is not making sense for me. I even Mercedes. I'll give Mercedes. Mercedes, if every guy came down and was like they wanted to get to know Mercedes, absolutely believe it. Absolutely.
But if they're just going off of looks alone and they see all these racy pictures of her on Instagram, I can see maybe why of Kylie. Like people have, like if they see all these racy pictures that she puts up on Instagram and stuff, I can see them saying, "I want to meet her." If we're not going off of personality, just looks.
Got it.
Fire emoji.
Yes. Yeah. Got it. Okay. So fair. I think it's a lot like Kim K. Like a
Right.
lot of people felt the same way. And then like she came on Dancing with the Stars, and everybody thought she was going to do so good, like all these sexy Latin dances, and she
Kim
was a
doesn't
dud.
dance.
She doesn't. She's a dud. Like
Right.
she barely has personality. And yes, I know she's a feral Taurus, but like it's not her thing.
Okay.
Who, Kim
Yeah.
K?
Yeah.
Her
She's a
birthday was
Libra.
yesterday. She's a Libra.
Oh,
What
okay.
is this, Libra? Yeah.
Yeah, she's the 19th, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I don't have to claim her. And so that like
You got enough people that you have to claim.
I ain't taking on anymore.
Like,
But yeah, like for some people, they just was shocked and just like, oh, like that's not what they expected. And I'm like, I don't understand why. Like even if you watch the show, she's not the person that has the most bubbly personality on their show. And so I think people need to get over that social media presence and what they put out on social media, meaning photos, and
her personality.
it's their personality.
Yeah,
Right.
you're right. Her
Oh,
birthday
yeah.
was yesterday, Miss TJoy, the 21st. 21st.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, she's very much a Libra. Look at, she's going into law and all that stuff, right? And she's always like bouncing around from relationship to relationship. She to me is a very, very much a Libra. But you can claim your planetary partner in Venus. So you guys are connected that way. So John Henry, very nervously, hands shaking, poor guy, reading like the date card. And it says, John Henry, let's get cheeky together. And so he pulls Kat for a date or a chat. But Tanner is feeling good about him and where him and Kat are at this moment. John Henry, wait, what did I write here? Okay, John Henry pulls Kylie and says, "You are number one." So he does tell her that she's number one.
Like,
Why?
Just off
like
of
Jordan, don't
Just
do
off of
that.
looks.
Don't do that.
Just off of looks, because we see how things shift when he actually goes to have a conversation, and then he has a conversation with Olivia. She's no longer number one, so it's just off of looks. So that's why I'm saying I can believe that they're saying Kylie, like maybe they're just looking at her pictures, but then when they come down to the beach and they meet they see all these other beautiful women who also looking good in swimsuits, and then they get their personality. They're like, oh, okay, no, I don't want it. I don't want to. I want.
But I also think it's possible that the producers also might have encouraged him to pick Olivia because they probably thought, oh, we'll make fun of them on this date, and it didn't turn out that way.
Either that, or they wanted to have another rivalry with Olivia and Kylie again. Kylie being like the prettier mixed race girl, and Olivia being the quirky, funnier one. But I personally think that Olivia is gorgeous, but I think that they're trying to make her look like she's the less appealing.
Yeah.
Less appealing version of Kylie, we'll say. So he does pull Olivia for a little bit of chat. I thought they were very cute together, even in their little chat. I think it's because Olivia is great at talking to people, and like, she's a good person to be around with. And even Peter thinks that she is the most fun girl on the beach, and she is. Like, she's who I'd want to hang out with. Yes. She's the one that I would be like, let's go on a date with Olivia, because I know I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not just gonna be like sitting there being like, you're pretty. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, yeah, I've been waiting to meet you. Oh, I'm waiting to meet you too. Like, oh, it's so nice here on Paradise. Oh yeah, it's just like you're gonna have a real conversation with Olivia, right? And it's fun. It's not gonna be just surface and boring.
Pretty much.
So he does choose Olivia for this date, and she remembers how it felt to not be spoken to before the person she was speaking with, Will, went on a date with Kylie. So she does pull Peter to have a chat first before she leaves.
Queen.
Yes. And he wants her to stay, though. He doesn't want her to go on this date. I think because he knows that there's a very big possibility that she will like him more than the fake relationship that they're brewing up right now.
Right.
And like, as much as he's saying like, oh, I really like her, this and that, and like, I want her to stay, I think he knows that she knows deep down that there's nothing really there between them.
Right.
And so he's like, ooh, my Rose might be leaving right now.
And we could tell by the way he acted after she came back from the state. All of a sudden, he
Thank you.
wants to push the physical boundaries, and all of a
Right.
sudden he has to kiss her, and so yeah, like you tried to set up. Listen, the vibes were fine, but now it's game time, and so that's your fault.
Exactly.
Like he thought he was doing enough to get a rose,
Yeah.
and
Enough
now
to
he
get
realized he
by.
has to
Enough to get
step it
by.
up.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. There's no, like she had no other options,
Right.
so she was going to take you. So Olivia and John Henry are at the spa, and they take off all their clothes because they're going to get, like, I guess, massages. And she sits down on the damn bed, and the bed breaks. The producers are ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I couldn't believe that.
I'm glad it was Olivia though, because like she really. It like rolls it off her back, you know, like she doesn't let it like affect her that much. And I think it actually helped them break the ice.
Yes,
you know?
yes,
was
because
so
he was
nervous.
very nervous. He was very, very nervous.
And so I think having that as a moment, and that's another one of those key things. If they do have a longevity in a relationship, you can be like, do you remember the first time that we met? And like the bed broke.
Yes.
Like, I always look at those type of little things that happen, and I think those are good indicators of potentially having a relationship, because you have something special, unique, that was not concocted or constructed. Like, it was just a random happening that's unique and special to both of them.
Tell that to Will, who fell when he went out with Kylie, and she still went with Ava.
I don't know if that's the same though.
But I said that I feel like with the Will and Kylie situation, it's because they were not on equal footing. He had propped her up on this pedestal for some reason, and really, because he really should not have been going for her, because he really should have been going for somebody he had an equal opportunity to get, like an Olivia.
If Olivia was sitting on that chair and Will fell in the water
Mhm.
like that, he wouldn't have been as embarrassed. He wouldn't have
No.
shut down.
He would have
wouldn't
helped.
like,
She would have helped him laugh it off. Like Kylie
and it
really
would have
didn't help
become
laughing off.
something
Yeah.
that
It
would
would
have
have
been.
meant something. It would have
Yeah.
meant, like, you remember that time I mistakenly tried to, when I was trying to, be romantic and push your chair in, I dipped my foot in the water, and they just laugh about it, and it was like, yeah, it was still kind of romantic. Like, it would have still been a moment, but because you're on a with somebody who, first of all, has absolutely no connection to you. She did not want this man, and like
So
it was just
embarrassing.
It was just
as opposed to-
embarrassing. Yeah.
as opposed to an embarrassing moment that became special.
Yeah.
Because it was just, I see your point, but like, I think it was just a little bit different because there was no way that him and Kylie have a chance. Sorry, Will. Sorry, Will. So he starts giving her a massage, and so she's starting to feel like, oh, like this might be a little sensual, like kind of feeling a little bit more for John Henry. Why did he put on his helmet?
He wanted to show her what he did.
Because remember, he's the diver.
I know he's an underwater welder, but like, why is that helmet there? How does he know
it's also a
I
safety.
think the producer
safety too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think the producers were trying to make this a
goofy date.
Yes, a gag.
I mean, they needed to be goofy for him to be able to maybe break the ice with Olivia, maybe. So it could actually have helped them when they just wanted to be super slapstick, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think it worked for them, though.
Yeah, I liked their connection on this day.
They had a really good chat. Like, they got along. He seems to just like kind of twinkle around her, and I really like them together.
Me too.
And I feel like when she was smiling, I think she was just surprised by how much she liked being with him.
Even their conversation before he invited her on a date, and she's like, well, I love her personality. I'm from what is it, Clayton season, Zach season, and I went home night 1, so I didn't make it far, and so I'm just introducing myself. He's like, oh, I was on Charity season. Like, he just lit, like, her doing that, he just lit up, and he's like, he's like, well, I didn't go home night 1, but I went home like after that. But they're like high five, and it's like like just the camaraderie. It's still romantic. It's still it's still a connection. Like it could come off as a friendship vibe, but with them,
I need to see the clip.
it comes off as sparky, and I love it.
Me
I
too.
love it.
I really liked it, and I was like, okay, Olivia, please don't mess this up.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Don't
Because I'm
believe
just
Peter's lies.
I'm like, just don't mess this up.
What did they say?
And I'd be like, think about the
FP?
fact that he came in with a card, right? So that means that the show wants him to find somebody.
Yes.
So I would just be like, even if you're just looking at that, Peter is somebody that started up on the beach, but like I don't think they cared about him finding someone.
No.
So go with John Henry just for the gram.
Yep.
Like if anything.
Yep.
If anything. So we see people talking about Aaron B and Eliza being the strongest couple. So with that being said by everybody, that somebody's gonna come in to disrupt that. Cue
John B.
John B showing up.
Mr. Libra himself.
Yes, he is. And his date card says, John, tonight is all about amour. And he chooses Mercedes to go for a chat. And then he pulls Eliza for a chat.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah.
Why did he not know what amour meant? She's like, love. He's like, oh.
What did he think it meant?
I don't know, but remember he was acting like he didn't know.
I know, I wrote like he doesn't know what amour means. And I'm like, what else could it do? Like, it's just a word that like is around so much that like I don't even understand how you would not have asked it before.
I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like age is a factor. I need you guys in that age group to read more, for real. Like, I just don't think they read enough.
What about like Casa Amor?
Again, I'm not sure they want, like, are they paying? They probably think it's like just house. Like, I don't know. Think. Because
like, don't you
those
take
are words
Spanish?
that I learned.
Spanish in school up until like grade or
some people
grade?
don't. So like for him, he's what, half like Chinese or Japanese or something like that. He might have took one of those languages, like depending on where he went to school. Because like I know my nieces and nephews, they took Mandarin for a very long time.
I can say the numbers 1 to 99 in Mandarin and Cantonese. Just
yeah. So maybe that's what he took instead. Like so I'm not sure, but I just need people to read more. Those are words that I learned reading books, reading romance books, reading fantasy books. Like, those are words that you can learn that you wouldn't be asking these questions.
I feel like even if you watch like one episode of Dora the Explorer, you would hear the word amour. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm a lot older than him, so I'm coming with like an additional 20 years of knowledge, but I just don't remember a time in my life that I didn't know that word meant love.
No.
Because I did start taking French from I was in daycare.
Okay.
And love is a French word. So like, it's just like, no. Amour, we learned it. Long time. John, maybe he's just saying that because he was just trying to be
funny.
Or like, like you teach me something, like,
okay.
I didn't know what that means.
Banter.
Trying to do something.
I'll take banter.
So John B chooses Eliza, of course, for this date. Now, didn't Miss Eliza say that she didn't want to be in any sort of threesome relationship thing?
She did.
Eliza says a lot.
So is it only when she doesn't have the power? Like, I don't know. Like, if she doesn't want to be in a threesome relationship, I don't know why. Like,
but I said this. What was it? It wasn't last week, or it was the week before when the whole Mercedes thing came up. I said, "Girl, then don't come to paradise, because again, this is what's going to happen." But I don't ever think the issue was her being in when
she was crying about it at the first episode, when she was like,
it was the issue of her learning how to navigate it. Just navigate it.
But I guess what I'm saying is she like got flustered and started crying at the mere thought of
it, and then she puts herself in it by going on a date. No, I get what you're saying. That's what
I think that is PTSD, though. That is after show PTSD.
But like, the PTSD is not going on this date with John B now.
Listen,
Anyway.
I would have thrown Aaron B away for John B.
Of course. I mean, for me, John B is a Libra, and I love my Libras. I think that you would be going for Aaron because he's your guy, your Taurus.
If we're looking for looks, I would have gone for John B. I would have definitely went on the date.
Aaron B was very good looking this episode. I thought that.
Yeah, listen, man.
This episode, he looked good to me.
He's an attractive guy.
Yeah.
So Eliza does chat with Aaron B before she decides to go on the date. I'm just like, Eliza, you were just trying to cause trouble for yourself.
And what happened the last time when she went on the date? She said to Rodney, "I want you to tell me not to go." And so Aaron said, "Don't go."
She goes.
And she still
she should go, and she should have gone. And
yeah, she should go for sure.
She should have gone.
Yeah, but she shouldn't also complain about being in a love triangle.
Yeah,
right.
But maybe the difference is that Aaron B didn't want her to go, so she knows when she's going on this date that he doesn't want her to go, and so like that's the pull that the push pull. Like I'll be good as long as you're like there wanting me to be here, but I'm gonna go. Like I think she just likes being wanted and desired, and knowing that she has the control. So Rachel is shocked that Eliza decides to go on the date with John B. And when Eliza came down in the night for that dress, she looked so good.
She looked so good. This is the thing, though.
Everybody gonna walk back. They're gonna try to tippy toe by Aaron.
Everybody is shocked because they built up to this. Oh, that's it. Aaron and Eliza, they're over for the rest of the season. I'm like, it's week 2. Guys,
and like when she came down though, I thought it was somebody else coming on the beach, and I was like, because I think it was Aaron B and somebody else were lying on like the day bed on the actual sand, and then she was coming around, and I thought it was someone else. I'm like, ooh, is somebody else coming around to like flirt with Aaron B while she's on the date? I'm like, oh no, it's Eliza. Could walk past him looking like that, going on her date.
Sure.
And they haven't even had a date yet. Oh man. Okay.
She true Disney princess. I swear to God. She looked gorgeous.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl.
Mm-hmm.
So the true Taurus himself, Aaron, compares Eliza
He's
to
a Virgo, isn't he?
I thought he was I
No.
thought they were both Tauruses.
No, he's a
Taurus. Is he? Oh, I don't want to claim him. I know.
Yeah, the other two black guys with Charity were the Virgos. Xavier and
that guy, like Aaron, I'm like, I need you to stand up, Aaron.
Tell me about Fig Jam though, Tamika, because he's comparing her to Fig Jam, and that
I should have known from the damn Fig Jam.
And like he just wants to just make all these food analogies.
The charcuterie board, yes,
about Eliza being the Fig Jam on the charcuterie board.
Right. I told somebody I have an entire Pinterest board of just Fig Jam.
Actually,
I do.
Really?
I mean, I do
like Fig Jam like that. It's
love
okay.
It's okay. I think like chili jam better. Like
red pepper jam.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Literally, yeah. I have an entire people follow. I have like multiple people that follow my fig board. But yeah, no, like.
So would Eliza be your Fig Jam?
Not Eliza. Ugh, no.
John
you and Aaron connect on Fig Jam. Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing we'll connect on.
Well, the fact that you guys both are into Fig Jam is actually hilarious to me. You weirdo Tauruses.
Like, you should have known. Damn Fig Jam.
I can't believe it didn't even trigger you. So on their date, we see that they kiss, and then while they're kissing and like having a fun time on their date, we cut to Aaron B just so sad, and they're dancing in the street, and Aaron's just so sad, and he knows her breakfast order. Tamika, were you just not? I thought that was
endearing.
I was like, what is this man on and on about? Seriously, I'd probably zoned out. I was
he's
trying
like,
I
she's
found
like,
that endearing. I
no,
want
I
to
like
know
him.
my breakfast order.
No, but I'm just saying because the Taurus of them both, right?
Yeah.
So like he knows that she likes the 2 bagels with 2 eggs
Just
and
like
3
some
pieces
pieces
of
of
bacon and butter on
bacon.
her bagel.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like that is only something a Taurus
He's
would
like,
care
so
about.
he said, so hopefully I will be giving her order tomorrow
In the
morning.
morning. Yes.
I think he was onto something though, because like I'm sure Eliza is very particular about her food,
Mhm.
and the fact that he knows her order is something that a Taurus would very much appreciate.
Absolutely would.
Oh, hilarious. So we do cut to now Olivia and John Henry having a little kiss, and Olivia says as she just went on her best date ever. And that's really cute and sweet. And I hope that they just work out, because I want this to be the beginning of like a nice little relationship between the two of them.
Me too.
So when she comes back, Olivia is super giddy talking to Kylie, and she does pull Pete over, and she's in a bit of a pickle because obviously she likes them both.
Can
John
we
Henry
point out she pulled I was saying, can we point out that she pulled Kylie to talk? So this is what I'm talking about. These people want to make this seem like these people aren't friends and that they're in competition, and they are all friends.
That's
Yeah, I
what
think
I
they-
was gonna say. Does she have any friends on the beach and she has to resort to talking to people she don't really fool with, or are they all cool? And
I think they're all
and
cool
the show
because-
is
They're all cool. They're from the same season.
they're from the same season. A, B, I think that she probably just is like Will is the dummy in this
Mhm.
whole situation.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think that she was necessarily blaming Kylie so much. Like, I like that she likes getting the one up on Kylie,
Mhm.
but like, I don't think that she had any like beef with Kylie, because she's like,
Mhm.
I know that Kylie wants Avon. Like, the fool's
She
gonna be Will.
like, how else would she know that? Because her and Kylie had conversations about it. She knew Kylie was waiting for Avon and that she was only using Will for the rose. Was she felt disrespected? Absolutely. But I don't think she was ever hating on Kylie specifically because of it. It was Will. Will was the one that was absolutely disrespectful to her. Now, on the flip side, I think the person that she talks to the most is Eliza and Sam. Sam is gone. Eliza was on her date, so I think that's why.
Okay. Okay.
Us two, Dreadful Ruby. Olivia's
Love her.
our favorite for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Natalie, we did discuss this at the beginning. We read through Brandon's statement and talked a bit about Serene on Off the Vine with Caitlin Bristow. Kristen, my sister. So yes, we did talk about it earlier on a bit. So John Henry does really like Olivia, and I really just want him to get her.
Yeah,
I do.
same,
I really,
same.
really do. So when Peter and Olivia are chatting, he says that he's been really wanting to kiss her, and he like leans in and like holds it there, and she's like, "Well, are you gonna do it?" And then he does it, and like it was a good kiss. It was a good kiss.
It was a good kiss. I will absolutely agree with that.
But I was just like,
but I feel like
it was manipulative.
Hours too late.
Yes.
Hours too late.
If they weren't in that place before the date where they're like kissing and making out, why is now the threat of losing your rose to John Henry inspiring you to give her this passionate kiss?
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think she's smart enough to know that. And I think she's just like basking and being kind of like the it girl right now. But
am I the Bachelorette?
Yeah, exactly.
I
She was
hope
so
so.
cute when she's
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so.
I do think that, and I also think like Aaron S is probably leaving, and PP 2.0 can go with him because there's nobody there for him to needle. So like I don't see the reason for him to stay. Like I don't see the reason for the producers to make her have him stay. Is what I'm saying.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just for this moment, and they're gonna just drag out these episodes before the rose ceremony. But I don't think he's gonna make it through, unless they are bringing some more people on. But I don't know if they're gonna pick him.
Because at this point, what are there? 12 girls and 7 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, because they said 5 guys are gonna go home.
7 girls and 12 guys. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Kylie and Avon are lying on the day bed, and she said that she would leave if it didn't work out with Avon. And I was like, I mean, I get it, but like, I don't see the vibe.
I don't see anything. They had a whole conversation about their relationship, and I was like,
Like, Avon's such a cutie pie. They're both beautiful people.
But
Where's the
it
vibe?
seems like neither one of them have substance, though. It seems like he's just as bad as her.
I
He's
just
nice to
don't
look
feel
at.
like either. I don't know. I don't know if it's editing or what. I don't feel like either of them are bringing anything out in each other that makes us want to. I don't know, like root for them or like watch them. Like I'm not seeing it,
Like,
and I wish I did because again, gorgeous couple, but
Mhm.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not.
Mhm.
yeah, like, I don't know. Can she teach him how to dance or something? Like, like, because we're gonna see that kind of happen next episode with the new girl that comes from the beach. They're doing that whole dirty dancing lift, and I'm just like, do something. Like, you're a dancer, Kylie. Like, do something fun with Avon. You have this big, strong guy. Like, I don't know what. Like, you're just gonna lay down all the time and just like talk about how good looking each other is and like how you like each other that much. Like, where's the vibes?
I mean,
But
I
maybe
can't.
this is the
They did
Virgo
the same thing
Scorpio
with
comeback.
Serena and Brandon last season, though, right? Like,
So how that ended.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Wells calls everyone over. We get introduced to a new thing, the Paradise Truth Box, where people can leave anonymous questions or statements inside a box. Do we like this new addition?
I did not like it except for the part with Braden, and Rachel. I thought that was cute.
I mean, I want to see drama. So if drama is what I want to see, this is a good way to get it going.
Is this better or worse than the bonfire?
Better than the bonfire.
Agreed.
Because you can be anonymous.
Agreed. So Sean, well, not out of nowhere, but out of nowhere this episode.
Out of nowhere.
Well, like, we knew that he was interested in Jess. So that's why it's not out of nowhere. But like, all of a sudden, though, he needs to go shoot his shot with Jess. Why don't you just keep with your guaranteed rose for right now and like
when
deal
you
with that later?
Yeah, like when it's your time, maybe. But also, is he impulsive? Because he also did very similar things to Charity, and is he just impulsive? Because like, dude, like what?
I think maybe when he realized that there's no connection, he needs to go do something.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's just like, yeah, maybe it's an impulsive thing to make things so like ignited or something happen, make things move.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
To do a grand gesture, like one, that type of thing. Yeah.
In his ITM, he sings like a made up Taylor Swift like song about Jess, and I'm just like, to be honest, I don't know if being a Swiftie as a guy would be the way to get me, right? Like, I just don't know if that would be the in. Like, it's great, cool. Like, you like Taylor Swift, we could go to a Taylor Swift concert together, cool. But I don't know if that is what is going to make me fall for you.
Personally,
or is it because I'm not a Swiftie? I don't get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say personally, probably the opposite for me. Like if you're a guy and you're a Swiftie and like she's
you know what? Actually, I have to say one thing. Maybe I'm lying and I'm wrong right now, because I dated this guy and he's this like super tall, really good look. He's like 6'4". He's half Peruvian, half Russian, and like he was great. And he would drive, and that Shake It Off song came on, and he used to tell me how he used to teach these kids about shaking it off, and he's like, you're gonna shake, and he's like dancing in the car, and I'm like, you're really cute. And so I actually was endeared to him when he was showing me how he would dance with the kids to shake it off when he was driving me somewhere. So it was cute.
But that's with kids. It's not just you on the beach talking to me how much a Swiftie you are.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Distinction. V here says that Sean's desperation is hilarious. Yeah. Jess shoots him down pretty immediately.
Yeah.
She was just like,
she tried to be diplomatic. I love you.
I love you. No, not like that.
Person. I love you as a person. You know, it's just.
Yeah, she basically was saying, like, if it doesn't work out with me and Blake, it's not even gonna happen with you. Like, I'm poor guy. Break is not really worried. He's just kind of like, okay, we'll see him try. Now, Brayden, though, wants to go to Rachel, and he says he's tired of being a baby back bitch. Like, what's a baby back bitch, Brayden?
I don't know.
Do they eat baby back ribs? Like, what?
Baby back ribs.
I don't know.
Goes and interrupts Rachel and Tyler laying on the bed, and he tells her about Sean, how Sean wants to go and say something to Jess, and about the fact that Rachel is basically more into Sean than Sean is into Rachel, which, like, don't ever say that, really, buddy. Like, it's trying to make, I guess he was trying to make it seem like he's better than Rachel.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say. Oh, you're saying Sean not to say that, not Brayden.
Sean shouldn't say that he's
okay.
Like I don't know, the girl that you're dating on Paradise Island, like the Paradise Beach, saying that, like, hey, the girl that I'm dating is more into me than I'm into her. I'm gonna go and talk to Jess. I don't think it's a great look. It's gonna get back to the girl
every time.
And it also says that he's not into Rachel as well, right? Him saying that.
Right.
What were you going to say, though, Tamika?
I thought you were talking about Brayden. That him going to tell her this. So I was like,
oh, no, I didn't care.
Oh, I was like, no, Brayden doesn't. Because I was like, we know that Rachel was interested in Brayden. So I was like, don't go tell it to her like that. Tell it to her a different way. Like, focus on you and her. Like, I was just like, no, please, Brayden, don't do that. But
I know that she was interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I just didn't care because I don't like Sean. I don't care for him that much. So I was like, go tell it. What were you going to say?
But it was interesting that Brayden was the one snitching, as in Charity's season. He doesn't want anyone snitching on him, right? He doesn't want anyone going to Charity talking about him, especially not anything that he discusses amongst the guys. But you're gonna go back, Aaron, and tell Charity stuff, or whoever he felt like was telling Charity stuff. But now you're going to Rachel to snitch on Sean.
It's true, exactly. Dabu's with you here, saying Brayden snitching on Sean. My, how the tables have turned.
You know, I always say that, Dabu, them tables, they be turning.
So Kylie is coaching Aaron B, saying, I'm confident, I'm handsome, and I deserve this. I'm like, oh my God, motivational coach is Kylie here with Aaron B. But Rachel, when she hears this from Brayden, is fuming, storms over, pulls Sean, and tells him that Brayden told her, man, she does not even have like a small bit of filter, being like, I'm not going to tell me who told you. Is it true? Just be like, is it true? But she's like, Brayden said.
Right.
I just the entire thing. I was sitting there like disaster.
But I was like, also, like, I didn't care about any of them, like, screwing this up. I was like, whatever. So then Eliza and John come back, and Eliza goes and talks to Aaron B, and she tells him that he was on her mind. After she first asks him, though, like, so how are you? How was your day? Like, well, he didn't do anything you did. Like, why are you asking him how his day was? But she does let him know that he was on her mind. And so all is right in the world, right for him. And he's going to have his fig jam and get to make her breakfast order in the morning. So all is good.
I felt bad for John, though. He's so cute. Like, oh, man, somebody should be experiencing him on that beach.
Yeah.
I don't know. They messed this up. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing because he's like, I went all in on Eliza. Yeah, because that's all that they had left to do. Like, I don't. So it's very annoying.
Women went home already. So Brooklyn went home.
Oh God, what's it? Greer. Greer would have
And
been cute with John B. I don't know what her sign is. Is it Aquarius?
Jess is Aquarius. I don't think she was Aquarius.
Mm.
So Greer, Brooklyn. Anybody else? I can't remember. I
Mm.
think there's one more person, but
Greer's
clearly not memorable.
Aries.
Okay, that works. Aries. Well, they're opposites, so they could have a little bit of, but it would be better than many.
Yeah. Because
So
she was the only one I was disappointed in really going, that she went home. Like, I thought this is what I'm saying. Like, it's BS. She shouldn't have went home.
I know she's not there this season, but I could have seen him with somebody like a Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who Sierra is.
That liked what's his name?
Michael A.
Yeah, with the missing finger.
Yes.
Let's see, she's a Scorpio though. No, I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that.
What's his sign? What's John's sign?
Libra. But what was I saying? So Rachel is obviously embarrassed that she's
a Cancer.
Oh yeah, she was water sign.
Yeah,
and that's somebody who was saying that she was going to be good with Michael B because that's the perfect combo is Cancer and Taurus. It's perfect, but you don't like Michael B still. Another one of yours.
The men I really try not to claim because listen, I was married to one. I very rarely claim them.
Wait, so you don't claim Aries men? You don't claim Gemini men or Taurus men? These are all out of them.
And all I kind of date is Taurus men, and I still don't like them. I mean, I love them, but I just they frustrate me so much. But I'm attracted to them so much. I don't know.
I avoid like the play, and it's funny because we probably would have a lot in common, but I avoid them like the play.
Debu says Blake is really under the radar. He and Jess are really a thing. I actually think that they are connecting.
Yeah, I think they're connecting, but even here, it kind of felt like she was. I feel like she wasn't. I feel like they're hiding their connection. I think that's what it is. Yeah,
so like at a date.
Yeah.
I feel like she likes him, but I feel like she's still open. She just know Braden's not it. Like, I mean, like I'm willing to go on a date. You ain't it. I was willing to go on a date with Tanner. I was willing to go, but you're not the one.
You mean Sean? You mean Sean? Because wasn't it Sean that pulled her?
I meant Sean. Yeah, Sean's not it. Like she's still open, but she doesn't.
I think she's only still open though because of what was said at the bonfire.
That is fair. Because a lot of people were pointing that out. Like, why would he say that? And yeah.
So, and we know from you guys didn't see her. You didn't see her season, but she was really upset by the fact that she didn't get a one-on-one date, and so that she could be really, really open. And so, like, yes, they're probably getting to know each other and hanging out. And then he says this at the bonfire, so she's gonna kind of put her wall up a little bit. She's also Aquarius, so she's not going to be that forthright with all of her emotions. And so I think that if they got a date, we will see if it's really working or not.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
Natalie's like, what is Katie showing up so we can get it over with?
Oh my God. Did y'all watch F-Boy Island?
No.
So annoying.
Is it all on in one fell swoop, or is it like?
No, so they did 2 episodes last Monday. I don't know what they're doing this week, but I didn't watch it when it was on HBO. I don't hate the format, to be fair, but it's so annoying because Katie is literally an F girl, and of course she's getting the best guys.
Yeah, they think she's an it girl. I don't know. They have a skewed idea of what we want.
Yeah,
I think. Or I mean, do you know what? Or I don't want what the masses want. It's not for me. The show they don't cast for me ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Rachel, of course, is embarrassed about the fact that Sean is telling people that she likes him more than he likes her. I would be embarrassed too. Not gonna lie, because she probably thought she was doing charity work.
Right.
Again, guys, stop dating down. Especially look wise, because The one thing all these men have is audacity.
Hello. It is never out of stock. It is never out of stock. The Audacity.
Audacity's never out of stock?
It's never out of stock. They have an endless supply. Endless. No matter what they look like. No matter what their education level is, and no matter what their financial backing is, it is never out of stock. And then you get mad at yourself because you like,
I was doing
I'm better than this. I shouldn't even be dating you. And you gonna talk to me like this? Okay. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Don't do it. Don't even settle.
I'm looking for.
Right.
Oh my God. That's what Rachel is experiencing right now is like.
Are you serious? Extensions showing and all in her hair and the ponytail. She's like, are you serious?
Listen, I felt her.
She was quite audacious in her reaction, but like I understood why, because she knew she was punching down.
Yes. She didn't care nothing about him talking to Jess. It's what you said about me. I like you more than you like me.
She doesn't want anyone to think that she actually likes you, Sean.
We were just saying, I thought it was cool now, but what do you mean I like you more than you like me?
She thought that they were in a friendship couple for real.
Right. When did we even discuss liking each other? When did that come up? When did that even come up?
So Sean now is pissed because Rachel's pissed because he tells her that, like, I'm not even interested in Jess anymore. It's like, well, no, Jess shot you down completely.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
We don't
the
even
audacity again to come back and say, but I want to pursue you now. And he used the word now.
Wow,
but I want to pursue you now.
Because I realized me and Jess don't even know how to communicate with each other. What? No, Jess said, I'm sorry, not you.
She communicated very clearly.
She's very clear.
So Sean storms over and pulls Brayden and tells Brayden that he broke bro code. And Brayden didn't really even deny it. He's like, sorry, man.
I'm trying to get a rose. I'm trying to get a rose.
Sean is still stressing about the fact that, like, now he's probably not going to get a rose from Rachel. Well, like, why would you be doing all this before the rose ceremony? You really thought that you're going to be able to pull Jess before the rose ceremony?
Yeah.
Like,
girl,
no.
He is full of them. You heard how he keeps saying anybody who's a woman who's into Ken doll lookalikes or men who look like Ken. He really thinks that he is a real life Ken doll and that women should be flocking to him and that he's something to behold. Again.
Ken, did we see what happened to Ken in Barbie? No.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, all right. I won't give you spoiler.
So yeah, in the morning Sean is still stressing, but then suddenly it's night. So I'm like, what happened with the whole day?
I don't know.
We saw nothing of the entire day.
I was
but
like
all of a sudden,
so weirded out by it because I was like, wait, what happened? I blinked.
It's like we at the rose ceremony. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, like literally like 16 hours went by. No, not 16, but like a good 9 hours probably went by. And like we're at the pre-rose ceremony now, and Jesse announces that Sam still has had no movement. Like, do you think that he asked production how Sam's doing, or do you think that they told him?
I think he probably was concerned, like, and everybody's invested too. Maybe other people were asking too, like, did she poo at the hotel? Is she okay? Is she gonna come back? Was she? Because Aaron really liked her. Did she poop? Maybe she'd come back if she pooped. And they're like, no.
They do when you're like babies, like before when they first go home, like, or they first are born, they had to like be like, has it happened yet? Has it happened?
Right.
Like that's a good sign,
right?
Like, man, poor Sam. So the truth box is around at the bar, and so they decided to start pulling some of these truth box things, and Wells is leading this. And one person says, "Stop serving half shots of tequila." Braden and Rachel should make out.
Braden.
Whoever is uncircumcised, say I do or something like that. And the only person that responds is John B. And then him and Wells talking about extra inches. I was like, oh, John B, don't make yourself the butt of the joke here.
Right.
You're the catch. You're the catch.
Yeah.
So Realnesss decides that he needs a little more camera time and decides to break the truth box. And so he smashes it on the ground. And they pull out the other ones that are still in the box. And Kat played Braden. Tanner should watch out for Kat. And whatever. I don't think Kat is really looking out for Braden or something like that. Braden and Rachel should make out. Like those are the only.
Aaron
so,
he got Aaron. He was like, I'm gonna write one, Aaron, and you write one. Uh-huh.
So you think it was them, or you don't think it was some producers?
No, it was
no. I thought Braden admitted he stuffed the box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I missed that. Okay, great.
Yeah, he stuffed the box.
So after the second time hearing that Braden and Rachel should make out, Braden does pull Rachel to go and smooch, and so they run off to go smooch, which is kind of fun. Whatever. It's very like juvenile, but like it's cute. I thought it was.
I thought it was cute. Like I said, that was probably the best part of the box for me. Like I was like, oh, this is cute. Like the fact that he stuffed the box so that they would make out, and I know that she liked him. I'm just like, yeah, cute.
So apparently Braden is the best kisser on the beach. And Kat also did say that Braden was a good kisser.
Well, Rachel has kissed a lot of the guys on the beach because they're up in her season. So maybe she can make that blanket statement.
Tyler's also just there. I agree, Dabu. I mean, I never thought Tyler was that interesting, even last season. And so...
Yeah.
Because why does Will think that he has he still has a chance with Mercedes? He thinks that, like, because you remember when John Henry came and stuff, and he was like, "Oh, I know how it feels," and John came and he was like, "Cause look at them," because he took Mercedes for a talk, and Will was like, "Yeah, he took Mercedes for a talk, and so I have to worry about him now, and I'm already worried about Tanner." And I was thinking, I thought you knew you weren't y'all were over. So I'm like, in some world in his mind, does he still thinks that he and Mercedes have a chance?
I think because he has no other shot to shoot.
Because she didn't really cut it completely off, right? She just came back and told him.
The cutoff point will be who she gives her rose to. So
right,
maybe she's not allowed to be clear until the rose ceremony.
Yeah, I mean, Olivia's kind of doing the same thing. She's like, I'm conflicted, and like, I don't know, but I feel like
John Henry, 100%.
Yeah, because even like when she went back to John Henry, they were talking and they were like a little flirting. Like it's just a better vibe. I need her to focus on that. Yeah.
Right. No, I agree. I just know that Kylie was kind of clear with Will when she came back. So I you know what I mean? Like she was very clear, and he was crying. And
when she came back from what?
From her original
when she
date.
went on the date.
Oh, the original date. But that was day one. And like we all know that the producer sent Avon down there to break that up.
Okay, I'm just saying you all were saying like so nobody else can really be clear. It was only they were just allowing her to kind of be clear.
I mean, who knows what the producers allow them to do or not to do, but I think in general they're not supposed to be clear. Like even on Big Brother, I don't think they're supposed to let the person know they're going to be nominated officially. I don't think they're supposed to let anybody know officially who they're voting for. So I think there's supposed to be some sort of vagueness. Maybe Kylie was just more clear than she's supposed to be, you know?
Okay.
Because
I think
even John B thinks he still has a chance with Eliza, and I think there's no chance there. So like I
was kissing him and making out with him though. I mean, I might think I have
on the date, but I'm it's been like hours later. I don't think anything changed, that she probably went back and stayed the rest of the day with Aaron B and didn't like give John another look.
I don't
So
know.
Debbie
They cut
says,
out
no
9
panic.
hours. We don't even know what was going on. We don't know.
Sorry, for what?
They cut out so much time. We don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, this whole
we
day.
didn't even see like how they were interacting. Like,
Absolutely. So Debbie says, I'm no fan of Kat, but producers wrote that note. They know she'll go batshit crazy. That is true. That is true, because we see Kat and Tanner talking, and says that Braden warned him about her, and she's also like starting to spiral, like, how dare Braden say anything about me? And so then Kat and Aaron have a conversation. I don't know who pulled who. Was it Aaron that pulled her, or she pulled Aaron? I think she pulled Aaron. And so she pulls him to say, I don't need to explain anything to you. And he's like, well, no, but like, I can also still have my opinion. Like, and you can explain it or not explain. Like, she's so irrational, like, and explosive. And she starts freaking out in her confessional and yelling. And it seems as though everybody on the beach can actually hear her yelling about the situation.
Yes.
You said that you were our team Cat in this situation with Aaron S.
Yeah.
Tamika?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I thought he was rude to her, but
Yeah,
I
I did
feel like
too.
he's snide and rude in general. And so, yeah, I'm not a big fan of his. I thought it was unnecessarily rude.
I didn't pick up on the snide and rude. Can you explain that part to
Oh,
me?
I thought he was, and I agree. She doesn't have to explain herself to him.
Yeah.
He pulled her. He pulled her. She didn't pull
Okay.
him. He pulled her and started trying to interrogate. You already going home. Say, I'm gone. She ain't had no poop, baby. You going home. So you got to smash the box, and now
Yeah.
you got to interrogate people. You got to have some more screen time. So
Yeah.
he pulled her, and he was like rude about it. And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Like, I think he
rude about
smashed the box so that the shit he said in the box about her would come out. And
Right.
like I don't think he was being nice to her. I'm not saying that what she did to Braden was right or wrong or whatever. I'm just saying that
But also, I don't know if I agree with him or whatever, but like, he is kind of standing up for his friend.
Right.
What do you think about it in that regard?
Right.
Their friend has a mouth of his own. He's very outspoken. He's very outspoken.
Yeah.
And instead of him snitching on Sean, if he got a problem with me still, he can come over here and talk to me about it. I don't need you coming over here being nasty to me, asking me anything about what I'm doing. You go check and ask them, have she pooped yet? Don't come over here and worry about me. And because I didn't send for you. Don't come for me. I ain't send for you.
Yeah.
We have nothing to talk about.
I mean, I would have shot it down differently, but maybe he knows, though, this, like you said, Tamika, this is a way to get some screen time before he exits the door.
Yeah.
And so creating a little bit of a rivalry, some questions if there's any sort of reunion, like maybe it's going to start a beef on Twitter or Instagram. Like, so yeah, I think it was for a relevancy plea or pitch or whatever. But I wasn't as offended by it because I was just looking at it through the lens of like him just trying to stoke the fire of Kat. But if I look at it like in how he's treating her as a person, yeah, he might have been a little bit off base.
Yeah.
So Mercedes and Will are overhearing Kat screaming. We see John B pulling Eliza, and he's already feeling pessimistic about their connection or their date or their potential. And then Eliza and Aaron B get back together and they're talking, and then they kiss, and she really likes him. She likes him. They do fit, in my opinion, well together. Mika, what do you think?
I like them.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure if you were going to give it a thumbs up.
I'm not going to invest until, we get over a certain hump.
1 year, 1 year.
Yeah.
Not 1 year.
but I do think that they're like, I feel like with, what's his name? John B.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That it was more surface and physical. And so, yes, they were kissing on the date, whatever. I thought it was meaningless, but I do feel like even the conversations I've seen Aaron have with Eliza, there's a connection, there's a spark, and I like it. But I'm not going to.
I like that he's pursuing her.
Right.
It seems like he's not just letting it die, and that's kind of where I think Rodney kind of fell. Is that like he just wanted her to choose him, kind of thing, and she wanted him to choose
choose
her.
her. And when you're
not
in that
choosing each other.
situation, no, like, and but again, that's that Aries Taurus standoff, like,
Yeah,
and like we want to be pursued. Like I said, that I realize that is my biggest thing right now. Like, if you are not pursuing me, I don't want you. Like,
Exactly.
because it feels like it's a bigger thing for me, and it's not just a wanting. It's to know that that whatever we have is being reciprocated. Because if I'm with you, I'm going to pursue you. But it's kind of like I need you to pursue me too. And so I feel like that is where her and Rodney did not have that. And we know that Justin was never going to do that in his Gemini. So, but like with her and Rodney, that's not the Aries Taurus versus, like we saw it with Tyrell, Ty and Ella, like on Love,
Love
Love
Island.
Island. Yeah, like, it's again that thing, like Ty wanted to be as pursued as Ella was being pursued, and for her, she had to make that kind of like, okay, that's going to be our thing in this relationship, and I'm just going to do it. But I think with Eliza, she realizes that that's not going to work for her. She needs to be pursued. And the best thing about her being with another Taurus is he will pursue her. He will lay it out for her. He will be it's communicative as possible to her, to let her know he wants her, and he's been doing it.
I like to be pursued, and Taurus men pursue me.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a thing. I like
It's a
to
thing.
be
Yeah.
pursued.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes, those tourist men. So Sean has lost his job for Paradise, and what is his job anyways? Do we even know?
But did you like you went on charities just like Aaron went on
You've
charities?
been lost your job because they tired of you. They like you want to take half the year off for these reality shows.
He was like what, final 6?
5, 6, yeah.
Like you went far. You been lost that job too.
Thank you. Thank you. And so you were praying they asked you to be on the beach because you don't have nowhere to stay. You've been lost.
Yeah,
that
they
job.
get like $450 a day there, I think.
Come on, Sean. Come on.
I think it's the fact that like the longer he stays, like he can just make some more money to go back with, right?
Right.
So they're praying for a lifeline, and we see a girl comes. We don't see who the girl is. And then in the next episode, we see that there is a girl coming from Tanner, and it's Kat's birthday. And Tanner seems to be going on a date with this woman on Kat's birthday. And yes, in the preview, we do see Kat still being crazy on her birthday.
Why is somebody always throwing a cake?
Because they keep having, don't come to Paradise on your birthday.
Like June, baby, like all you Geminis, just like stay off the beach.
Don't do it. Don't book that flight.
Your birthday's going to suck.
Yeah, no, every time. It's like every time these Geminis come to the beach, they get this happening for them, and then they're crying because they get dumped on their birthday. They get somebody steal their man on their birthday. Somebody had sex in the boom boom room on their birthday. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's like Paradise isn't meant for Geminis, apparently. So on the outro, we see Jess chasing Coco, who stole her shoe. I thought that was really cute.
Whose dog is that again?
I don't know whose dog it is.
Me neither. Maybe the hotel.
Yeah, maybe. I can't truly believe in anything being long term with these San Diego men. That's true.
But that's why I said, like, if Aaron S. really likes Sam, his ass should have just went home. She lives in San Diego. He lives in San Diego. They
Maybe
seem to
that's
have
why
a
he just didn't bother. He's like, I want to stay. I want to make a few extra $1,000 potentially.
Yeah.
And I'll see her. She's probably still going to be at the hotel when I get dumped at the end of this rose ceremony.
Yeah.
So
especially if
I think they probably have a little bit of an understanding.
Yeah. See ya.
Because she didn't seem that upset that he stayed, you know?
Yeah. See ya.
Anyways,
Bye.
ladies, this was a fun time. Sundays, talking about these love shows.
Yeah.
Do you have anything going on you want to share with the peoples?
No, I'm just I'm just chilling, watching these shows, trying to keep up with everything. And like Tamika said, Love Island, Love Games is coming. I mean, it's just so
That's
many
at the end of
things.
November, right? That starts?
November, yeah.
And then
November 3rd, I think.
Oh shit, that's early.
yeah,
Okay.
which is like in 2 weeks. And then I'm now doing a House of Villains. I mean, it's so much stuff to watch.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying
And
to
that's
keep up with that.
reality. I didn't even talk about scripted.
Right, because I like this new show Found that's scripted and stuff. Anyways,
Mhm.
and then I have my work and I have more clients because during the holiday season people get depressed and they need therapy.
Oh my
And so I have more clients.
God. Yeah, the winter blues. It's a thing. It's not
It's a
cool, but
thing. It's
I
a
know it
thing.
well.
It's
Yeah.
a thing. So that's all. I'm just trying to keep my head above water, y'all.
Uh,
Keep
true.
it-
So you just follow me on Entertainment in Color. I am currently covering the Traders Canada. We will be back on Tuesday for that recap, me and Janelle Michelle. And then we are covering Big Brother. We're almost in the home stretch. Basically, I trying to finish out the season. I'm not really happy with the season. So if you want to hear me rant the last 2 episodes, go on my channel, Entertainment in Color. And I just ranted about the issues I've found in this show as a newer fan. And we'll be back hopefully next Sunday for this Bachelor Nation. And I will be doing a cast assessment now that I've got a full idea of what Love Island Games is all about. I will be doing a full cast assessment on all these people that are coming to Fiji to play this game and win was it 200K, 100K? So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
excited.
like to be excited to win. So
Right. So I'm excited for that. So I just have before the show actually starts on Peacock, I will absolutely have that cast assessment down. So thank you guys if you come and join me on my channel and on my social.
perfect. And make sure you subscribe to Reality Realness with 3 S's. Like this video. Let us know how you feel about the poo baby. Let us know how you feel about Team Cat or Team Aaron Team neither. Are you fans of Team San Diego Boys? Let us know all your thoughts on this episode and all these characters on this beach. And yeah, I guess the only thing that to update you guys with, I will be going to Brea, California in November, so November 1st and 2nd with Rob as a podcast talking about survivors, so doing a live know-it-alls, and then on Thursday doing a watch party and recap of Big Brother. So if you want to participate that, there is tickets on, I can't remember the website, but if you search it, you'll be able to find tickets to both of those shows where we will be there, and there's like a costume party. So let's go have fun with some reality stars and watch some reality TV together. Other than that, we'll see you soon, everybody. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are great. See you next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.